Hello everybody! It's Wednesday! As Taylor said in the chat, happy hump day, everyone! We're back here with type design! And no worries about Monday, Taylor. I get it. It was a long weekend. It was very long! Alright, we're here! Yes! And I'm assuming Lauren is sitting with you, because that's usually what happens. But we are here. There are blank things, blank symbols. I guess I should give you a review of what happened last week since you weren't here. We made some stuff. Look at it all. Actually, I've worked on this since last stream too. I've been cheating. It's okay. Let's see here. What are we doing? Well, I filled in a lot of stuff. We got numbers now. We got all these fun symbols. I have been reworking the quotation mark things because I didn't like what they looked like before. I can't remember what they looked like before, but they were more kind of straight and pointy. I don't know. And I fixed the crazy cedilla. We had a really wild cedilla happening, but this is much more tame. I also changed the Y design to the, traditional Y with a stick. And yeah, let's see. What else? Yeah, now I'm just like, oh, symbols! We need them. We got our letters. We got our numbers. We can peek in here how progress is going with what we got. You know what? These are bothering me because they're like right in the middle of all this other stuff that is finished. Maybe we should do that first. Yeah. Anyway, how was your day? How has the rest of your week been? I've got a hot cocoa. It's the best. Alright. Here we go. Copy pasta. Yep. Because this one is an A and an E stuck together. Alright, let's line this up. Zoom in. There we go. Taylor, day was good. One of those days that felt like it dragged on forever though. One of those days. My day was good. It went on for a while as well. Wednesdays are always a bit of a challenge because we have a soccer practice until 7. And then I gotta get the kids home and bathed and in bed and asleep before I start streaming at 8:30. Which sounds like a lot of time, unless you have kids. Then you know that it's not a long time. Not very much. No. We made it tonight though. Everybody is asleep. Alright, so this is cool. This is looking pretty good. You know what I'm gonna do here? We're gonna take the spacing from our A and our E so that I'm just gonna put O's on either side of this so we can see the spacing. There we go. Yeah, we don't have to respace that. Let's just make it the same as the A and the E. One thing we are going to have to do though is take some weight out of this join because there's a lot going on there. And I'm gonna do that by, how am I gonna do that? What I want. Okay, hang on, get that out of the way. Cause that's gonna, nope. Who bought the other one? Never gives me the point that I want. Okay, if we do this, so that moves back. No, that's wrong. This one needs to move down. There we go. Alright, okay, and then I'm just gonna add a point here. Taylor says, yeah, that's very little time with 2 kids, especially if they're like mine and they go full exorcist at bedtime. Yeah. Yeah. I was surprised at soccer practice though. There was a lot of running. And I was like, they gotta be tired after this. It's like just sprinting back and forth. Okay, I like this better. See, we've taken some of the weight out of there. I wonder if I can kind of before and after this. What's that? Whoop, too far. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a good way to do this. Oh no! Maybe if I do... Yoink. Then I can do... Undo. Redo. See that? Redo. Oh, I know how I can do this. A little easier. Nope. Now I'm gonna grab the wrong thing. Oh, curse you. Is it this one? Okay, there we go. This is me trying to show everybody and be all fancy and animated, but you know, it's not gonna be nice to me. They're never tired. They just go until they crash. There's no wind down. That's true. Yep. Just boldly. Okay, here we go. Now you can see the difference a little better. You see that? Look at this. All chunked up. Right? And then. Boom. And it's just like takes a little bit of the. Whew, a little bit of the craziness out of there. There we go. Yeah, much better. So that's the kind of adjustments we need to make there. And then, oh goody, we have a similar character right next to it. I'm gonna take my sticks, the sticks I got from the E. Oh, we'll see if this works. This might not work quite the same, but it's a good starting point anyway. Ooh, we do need to. We're gonna do that same thing where we steal the side bearings. Fancy terminology for you there. Side bearings from the O and the E. So fancy. So fancy. Hydrating with hot cocoa. I keep meaning to put something like on the bottom of my mugs. Like an Easter egg. But I keep forgetting. So it hasn't happened. So the other fun issue that happens with an O and an E that you are trying to stick together is that the O has overshoot. And that is, it's a little extra taller because it's rounded. Because rounded shapes will appear shorter than ones that go straight. It's just a weird eyeball thing. So we gotta make them, we gotta compensate for that and make them a little taller. It's called overshoot. Except when we're trying to line things up with this E, we can't have the overshoot, and that's okay for this letter because it has a long flat piece, so it's not gonna look too short, which is great news. Great news. Shorten that one too. We will add an extra point in there and line that up, and let's see what we got. What did we end up with? Hey, it's not too bad. I think that works. Easter eggs would be awesome. Things under cups, a different thing on the wall each week. Possibilities are endless. Oh, so true. I have been thinking about Halloween since that's coming up, and I'm like, I feel like I should do something different in the background for Halloween. I don't know. Something. Spooky. Need spooky decor. Alright, pretty pleased with that. So, we did the lightweight, now we got the heavy one. Bam! We gotta do it all again! It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, we got this. Alright, we're doing it all again. We got an A. Where's my E? We got an E. Yoink. And lucky for us, the side bearings are already, they're shared across masters, so they are already set to the A and the E. Okay, that is lined up. Wondrous. And then we will get rid of that shape. Okay. Okay. Whoa, does this A have overshoot and the other one didn't? What's happening? That's wild. Hang on a second. I have found a mistake. One A has overshoot and the other one does not. Why? I think it should have it. Yeah, right? It looks a little shorter than the O somehow. And the Z that it is next to. Oh no. Bing. Done. Fixed. That's better. Right? Yeah. That's better. I will now squint at the screen a whole bunch. Because that's really what type design is all about. Squinting at screen. Oh my god. I wish I could share this hot cocoa with all of you. It is so good. Okay, now I'm gonna do the opposite here and yoink this down, get rid of the overshoot because we need these ones to be friends. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, and then we have to do our fancy trick that we did last time, right? Where? So, oh, that's the blue one. Where we do that, line those up. Look at this, riveting content. We're just moving little points around. Fantastic. Still a bit heavy. I might go. Oh yeah, there we go. Take that down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. We got an AE. We got it in both weights. We got it interpolating. Love that word. Look at that. Whew. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Especially in this typeface, it's really not causing me very many problems, which I appreciate. Okay, I think last time we just did this. Yeah, we did. And then I needed to add another one here, potentially. Okay, and then, oh yeah, overshoot. Take that down. Great. Move this over. Taylor, redeeming points already? Posture check. You must have so many kerning pairs. Okay, posture check. Roll the shoulders back. My neck hurts so much today. Okay, and we will go up that. Wonderful. And we'll take this back all the way to that. Whoa! That's so many points! I need to make more things for you to spend them on. I made them unsure that anyone would ever use them, but you always come through, Taylor. You're always making sure to use them up. I appreciate that. Oh, you know what I didn't really catch? Okay, so because of the design, this takes the weight out, but you know what? Up here does not. Yeah, I messed it up here too. Well, not messed it up, but it just, you know, I didn't deal with it. And that's gonna mess my flow. I'm gonna have to add another point to deal with this. What happens if we just stick one right there? It's a little awkward. Yeah, no. But it's taking the weight out. There's a lot of angry red lines here now. Sorry. Chainsaw Man came out on Crunchyroll. Are you gonna watch it? Also new Spy Family episodes. I did watch the Spy Family episodes. I was like, oh my god, how are there 2 episodes up here already? And I totally missed them, and they're so cute. I love them. The Chainsaw Man one, there seems to be a lot of hype about it, but I don't get it. Why are there so many chainsaws? I don't... I don't know. So yeah, Spy Family, thumbs up. Chainsaw Man, feeling mediocre about that one. I've been watching a couple of Cuckoos, which is, it's like a little interesting. It starts out as like a slice of life thing, and then suddenly there's like a bomb drop in like episode 10, and you're like, wait, what? Very weird. But now I'm in. I'm like, okay, well now I need to know what happens. Okay. Maybe down a little more. Oh, it's mad at me still because I deleted those. There we go. Interpolation is back. Guess who's back? Interpolation's back. It's not working. Please erase that from your memory. Okay, that's better. We're not chunking up here. We're not chunking up down here. No chunkies. I don't like chunky. Alright, fix our spacing. Beautiful. Look at that. Excellent. We've done it. Oh, and now this will be happy. Look at this. Oh, they're filled in. Isn't that nice? I'm a completionist, let's be real. This is just a video game to me now. I gotta fill in the boxes. Okay. Should we vote? There's only, what, 3 people? Should we vote on what to do next? Oh, checking. I'm not gonna call anyone out. I know Taylor's here because he's chatting with me. Let's see. We got, like, symbols up here, or we got the math stuff. And a $sign. Math stuff. What do we do? Should we start at the top? Fill in that whole chunk up there? That'd be good. This stuff, look at it. I will admit that I tried to tackle the @ sign and the copyright earlier today because I knew they were gonna be mean. And I didn't want to do them live. Maths! Taylor wants the maths. Okay, well let's get the maths in here because, whoops, that's the wrong button. Let's get the maths in here because I don't actually have them. I don't have them loaded up on my working screen yet. Let's put them in here. Alright, we got some maths. We're gonna put some zeros between them so we have a reference point. Ampersand! Hello, catfish. Ampersand! Don't make me do the ampersand right now. That's mean. I actually don't have a clue how I'm gonna do that one. We'll find out. It's a mystery. I feel like I can do the $sign. Can I do the $sign? Okay, let's warm up. Warming up with the maths. This is gonna be harder than it appears. Let's see. Cause we want to center this, and we should really make them tall and skinny, like like the letters and the numbers. Whoa, what happened? Oh! Catfish. Catfish is coming in with all the good emotes. What is that? I don't know what that is. It looks like an angry potato. It's scaring me. Too spooky. Oh boy, do I have a square going this way? The pumpkin is very cute. Where did you get that pumpkin? That reminds me that I really need to I need to check on my emotes and maybe do something about those. I don't know which ones I have available, but they're not as cute as that pumpkin. That's how what I have to say to that pumpkin right there. So cute. Oh, good lord. Guys, this is the first time, for the first time ever, live on stream, we have crashed glyphs. Excellent. So good. All right. I feel like I have an emote for this too. This one. This is the one. We have crashed it. Oh boy, here we go. Come back to me. Ugh. Hey, well, sorry about that. Should we send an error report? Knows how and when the crash happened. Oh boy. Well, it was 8:54 p.m. on October 12th, and it crashed. I don't know what I did. I will send an error report next time if it does it to me again. Where are we? Whew, okay. Well, that was fun. You know, I have to say, Glyphs is generally pretty awesome and does not really crash, so it does not really crash for me that often anyway. So I'm impressed that it took that long to crash on stream. It's great. Love a good mystery crash. Love to design with fear in my heart, wondering if it will happen again. I know, right? But you know what? Autosave, I didn't lose a thing. It takes some of the fear away, you know? The only time I feel great fear is when I've like done an entire lettering project, like just open up glyphs and done like a whole word and like maybe some kind of fancy script or something, and then realize that I haven't saved it even once. So it's not auto-saving because I haven't saved it at all. And I'm like, oh my god. I'm so glad nothing happened. But yes, mystery crashes. Always a good time. Okay. Look at this weird plus sign. I feel like it goes with the vibe. It's weird though. Let's put some spacing on there. It looks like a cross. I don't know. Maybe I just need to, but I was trying to make it tall because the letters are tall. Okay, let's try an alternate thing here where it's not tall. Where we're just using the contrast. Catfish. I've been doing a layout for a 300-page technical document and had InDesign forget how to save for like 5 minutes. Oh no. Oh. The panic math of trying to remember when I last saved made me sweaty. No kidding. Sweaty just thinking about it. Oh. That's scary. Come on, InDesign, don't scare us like that. I know Halloween is right around the corner, but that's too scary. Nobody needs that in their life. 180. What do we got here? 138, 167. Woo! What? 67. So that's 180? Okay. That is equal. Yeah, it works. I like this one. Okay. Centeredness. I'm gonna just try and eyeball. It looks a little high, maybe. Squinting again. Oh, it's hard to tell. Probably around there. Oh, the other thing that I usually do with... Oh, okay, hang on a second. We need our... Where did I put it? Here we go. So one thing I generally do with the numbers is try to make them like tabular, sort of. Okay, no, I said that wrong. I try to make the symbols tabular by default. So that that means that if I had tabular numbers turned on, then each one of these would take up the same amount of space. So this is 820. So when I'm working on symbols that go with numbers, because you might be using the numbers in a tabular way at some point, you kind of want the math symbols to also be tabular. If that makes sense to everybody. Anyway, so I try and make the, I base it on the n dash, and so the n dash is taking up 820 spaces, and then I'll basically match that to the minus, although I'll probably make the minus a bit shorter. Do I have a minus? What? Where's my minus? What's going on? Where is he? Actually, it should be the dash, shouldn't it? Be way too wide though, because people usually, what is it? It's the dash. I feel like I wrote this down somewhere a while ago and now I can't remember. I should have reviewed this before. The hyphen, sorry, I'm calling it a dash. The hyphen, sometimes people will use that accidentally as a minus sign. There is a minus though, but I don't have it. We should add that, buddy. There he is. We got it. Check your other fonts. Maybe the answer is there. Oh, Taylor. Of course. I definitely did it in Tofino. For sure. Hey, look, it's even open. Let's do some more cheating and see what the hell I did in this font. Fonts, typefaces, I don't know the correct terminology to not offend. Oh, not offended. If someone is trying to correct you on whether it is a font or a typeface, like, it doesn't really matter. You know, technically there's a difference, but seriously, who cares? Just does not matter. This is not a pressing world issue that we need to deal with of whether you're supposed to call it a font or a typeface. But thank you for trying not to offend. I mean, I can tell you that the typeface is the design of like the set of letters. So this is a typeface. And the font is more referring to like the technical file. So like the font would be the file that I give you to install on your computer. So it's more like the font is kind of like the piece of software, and the typeface more describes, you know, the drawings and stuff. Does that kind of make sense? Let me see this hyphen. So this guy, if we put a 0 next to him, 730. Nope. Maybe it's the end dash. 690. You know what? I think I am basing it on my tabular figures. I have a tabular 0 in here somewhere. Where are you, buddy? My guess is it's gonna be 690. Tabular figure 0.tf. 690. N dash. Thank you, Taylor. We figured it out. So not the regular dash, but the N dash we use as the minus. And I don't actually have tabular figures. So, you know what? I might shrink this down a little bit. I think, nah, I'm just gonna go for 820 on all my math symbols. That's what I'm gonna do. Should have done this first. Okay. Oh, actually, use that to position my thing in the middle. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Ta-da! Alright, now that we have our number, what did I say? 820. We're gonna go 820 wide, and there is definitely a button somewhere that I could push and change all of these to 820 somehow. But I don't remember where that is, so I'm just gonna do it manually, as is my life. This one too? Yeah, I mean, we could try. If it's really not gonna fit in the 820, then, you know, we're not gonna force that foot into that shoe. I definitely need something on the bottom of my cup. Something interesting. Think about it. Okay, add component. Add a period. Ooh. It's huge. It's a big one. Ah. Oh no. Check our spacing. 78 on the top, 85 on the bottom. So let's move it to 80. So the bottom needs to go up 5, and this one needs to go up 2. Okay. Math. 80. Nailed it. Okay, it's a little weird. Might have to shrink that, but let's leave it for now. Oh, equal sign. We can do that one. Oh, I love when they go quickly. Now the multiplied sign, on the other hand, not sure what we're gonna do about that, buddy. Because that's a little trickier. Okay. Show me my letter X. Yeah, I don't think we can use the letter X as our multiplied sign because it's too unique and beautiful. And I think the multiplied one actually needs to be like 2 sticks. But good thought. Oh boy. So many symbols! Ooh, I have this too. We can take our tilde from here and modify it a little bit to live here if we want to, which I do. I just need like a center line here. Can we just put this guide like Right in the middle. There we go. That'll help with this one. Yeah, there we go. Now I can tell that I'm a little too high. So it's more like that, and then I don't know. I'll make it a little bigger, stretch it out a little bit. Let's see. Can you make it symmetrical, then cut the overall size down by half to use it? Yeah, I don't. Like, math symbols are pretty. You know, I feel like it's just a place in the typeface where you can't really get too wild with things, because it's about clarity, you know. Math should be very clear. And yeah. And then I feel like also it just wouldn't go with the rest of the math symbols, because everything else is straight lines, right? We're gonna have to come up with some kind of diagonal line anyway, because we gotta do the less than and greater than, and oh my god, I can't say this one. Acai circum? I don't even know why we need this one, except that it is on your keyboard. So I don't know what it's used for in math, but it's on your keyboard, so we gotta make it. At least it is in North America. So maybe angles? I'm wondering if we can like chop off the ends at angles or something, possibly. But let's do, where are we? Let's do 45 rotate? Does that work? Yeah, that's what we want. 45. Yep, math. Yep. We can start here and see what happens. We are out by 3. Out by 3. Did I hit that 3 times? Oh, nope. There we go. I grew my nails out long and now I'm all clicky clacky on the keyboard and I can't. Sometimes it doesn't register. Okay. We got the most boring multiplication sign possible. Now, hang on a sec. Let's see. It's a very up and down typeface. I don't really have any sideways angles except for like the Z. I'm going up here for inspiration. And I'm finding nothing. Oh, that's nice. Hey, it's like a Spy Family thing, or like a Hunter x Hunter. Now we have the little X thing. Maybe they're just using the multiplication sign in the title. Maybe. I guess I should make I make this so that it works? Let's make this more fun. What do we got here? Okay. Spy Family, cutest anime. Cutest. Right? That way we can see if it works or not. Testing. Even though it really just has to work between numbers, probably, unless, you know, someone wants to write Spy Family out in this font, because, yeah. Okay, what does it need? Well, let's try a version with cutoffs. Let's experiment. What is this? Are you the angle? You're the angle there. So let's take that out to that angle. It looks weird. Yeah, I can't even do it on that one. Unless I go opposite. But I feel like it's just gonna look wonky, but hey, you know, let's try it. I've been surprised before. Taylor, you like it? I read that comment way too late, and I don't know if you're responding to the crazy wonk that I'm doing right now, or if you just like it normal. So you can reply with thumbs up for wonk. Could borrow one of the swashy corners on the crossbar. Yeah. Well, that didn't work. This looks like electrical tape gone bad, which seems to be a theme in this typeface. I should just redo it as electrical tape gone bad. Yeah, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? Where's our Z? Give me our Z. Oh. Hold the phone! What about this? Thanks, Catfish. I don't know if this is what you meant, but this is what I did. Ooh, it's weird. The first version. Thank you, Taylor, for clarifying. Ooh, then what? If I had an actual broad nib pen, it would not make that shape, but that's okay. And then this would just be really skinny. Like, in reality, it would be this. With an actual broad nib pen. It's exactly what the shape would end up looking like, sort of. But that's weird. Ooh. Now I'm just freestyling, just winging it. Or we have the first version. Well, normie. Or we have Wacky Town. Let's just try it with this mirrored flippy. We flip it that way and then this way. Nope, just one of those ways, like that. There's also this. And our whole thing is that it's straight on the bottom and curvy on the top. So we could even try something like that. It looks like a little, looks like the Olympic torch. That's what I meant. Wonky's always best. Wonk. But now it doesn't go with the other ones. Now we need to add more wonk. More wonk? Can add a little more wonk. What about an angle on the plus? What about an angle? What about it? Is it this one? Not quite. Weird. That's like almost right, but like just slightly off. Okay, this one. Oh, that's too steep, I think. Worth a try. Can always make it square again. Making it square is easy. Oh, that's hard to balance. Neat. I mean, definitely more flavor there. Not quite as boring. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna sit with this one for a bit. See how I feel about it after a little time. The wonk is cool. What is... something is off. Something is off. Okay. And these ones? No, those are fine. Wait, equal? Yes, equal. Okay. Spy families. How do you type a multiplication sign? I'm gonna copy paste it. It's quickly becoming anime themed. There we go. We made a thing. Okay. Sure. I mean, it is a weird typeface, so. Meh. Okay. What do I work on next? I guess we need these things. Maybe. Sorry, drawing things in my head. Also on screen. For this one, I want... yoink. Doop-doo. Doop-a-doo. Okay. Starting point. And do an angle. No. Wrong one. Ooh. Asymmetrical. Hydrate. What is this? I got water. Thank you for the hydrate. Ooh. Look how weird. Again, this is coming from the pen, because if you had a flat pen, this is not going to translate well on the little screen. But you would kind of go, and then, right, wait. So like one of the sides would be really thick. That's where the weird shape is coming from. I just saw the posture check like way back there. I'm like, yeah, I should do that too. Oh my god. It's stretch or something. How long? I haven't even been there. I haven't even been here that long. It's only been an hour. Okay. I mean, I kind of like it. Can we do, what's this? Less? And less. And we'll flip a buddy. I kind of like it. Do you ever use your letter Z for inspiration on these angles? Could do. These ones are generally more steep, especially in this design, because our Z, because this is a very tall, it is a very tall family. a tall font, tall typeface. Yeah, it's a little difficult in this one. But no, you know, I don't know if I generally pay attention to that. Maybe not. It feels like a different set of shapes. Like they should take some DNA from the letters, but they also have their own purpose and their own context. Like even this, why don't we work on this tilde, since it's here and it's small. It's a very small tilde. I'm just going to start by butchering it and then we'll fix it. That's not half bad actually. Oh, that's the first thing. Hello, thank you for the follow. I don't know how to say that, but thank you for the follow. Hey, look, my little cat thing. I forgot that I made that. Thanks for reminding me. Welcome in. Are you designer? Type designer? Just curious? Or you don't have to talk. Lurking is cool too. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Move that over. Look at that curve. Excellent. What does Speedpunk say? Speedpunk says colors. Maybe that's why I like using Speedpunk. It's just so colorful and happy. It's like a sunrise in my fonts. Streambot coming in clutch. Yes. Ah, type designer and designer. Nice. The combo is good because you really know what designers are looking for if you are one and you make fonts for them. So that is awesome. Oh yeah, we still have the 8-ball, Taylor. Should we ask it something? Alright. Look at that. Look at these colors. They're so pretty. Think. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Oh yeah. This is a fun game. I guess I should attempt. Maybe I'll just call you Ulia? Sixulia? Or Meb? 8-ball, should I have a snack? Are you joking? Feels good, man. Is that a yes or a no? What does that mean? That answer is not useful. 8-ball. I had a question and now it has completely escaped me from the 8-ball. It's distracting. Oh, maybe I will make this a little more oomph. We're gonna go, since we have a little more space here, we can oomph it a bit. There we go. That's more fun. Alright, turn off our multicolors. There we go. That's not bad. 8-ball, do you ever give direct answers? Oh, silent treatment. What is wrong with it? Silence speaks volumes. I feel like the 8-ball's mad at me for some reason. I don't know what I did. But I feel like it doesn't like me. Okay. These are coming along. Look at this. Alright, now we're gonna make this thing. I feel like I can't use this though, because it's different logic. Oh, maybe not. Oh, one side could still be heavier. Shrink it down. Let's try it. Let's see. Let's use it as a starting point. We need to rotate you 90 degrees. Here we go. And then, ooh, no, heavy side would be on the other side. Rotate and flip. There we go. And then you would be much smaller. So... Oh my god. Brain freeze! How do I decompose? There we go. It wasn't an option. Decompose. I always feel like it's just such a dramatic term for... Well, I guess I'm not thinking of the, like, take apart, which is what it's... If you have a component, you can decompose it into its parts, like this. But for some reason I think of, like, decomposing, like rotting away. And there's a spell in Dungeons and Dragons where you can decompose stuff, and that's what I think of. So I feel like a wizard when I use that button. Just so you know. It's the wizard button. Actually, I believe it's the cleric that has that spell, so maybe it's the cleric button. I don't really remember. Okay, this feels too big. I wonder if it's supposed to be higher too. Should we check Tofino? What did I do in Tofino? We're assuming that I knew what I was doing in Tofino. It is higher. Oh, but is that... It's the ascender height. I don't have an ascender in this because I only have capitals. Taylor, I'm ducking out early. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for stopping by, Taylor. Nice to have you. I don't hate it. I really should look up what it's for, though. I don't know what it's used for. I just know that it's on my keyboard. And sometimes you use it if you want to, like, reference, like, a post above you in a forum or something. Or, you know, a tweet, I guess? I don't know. Oh god, that was all the chocolatey bits at the end. Wonderful. Okay. We've made it to the $sign. Big guesses on how we're gonna make this one. Thing about the $sign though is you can't just take the S. You need to make modifications. So also this would be perfect. A big old jaggy. Oh yeah. That's what we want. Give the people what they want. Yeah. Actually, I should have been more clever. I should be this. Hang on. Let's be more clever than that. Let's cut this in half. Maybe a little more equally than that. Oh my god, that's really hard to do. Oh, it's way lower than I think. Oh, there we go. That's close. Okay. And then we have a top one and a bottom one. How smart is that? Okay. And we're not quite centered here. So okay. More like that. So obviously with this design we are not going to have the bar going all the way through the middle, or there would be no counter form left. And that would suck. That would be blobby. So we're gonna do this. And we gotta make this buddy a little shorter. So this doesn't stick up quite as much. How am I gonna go about that? We're just gonna crush everything and hope that it works out. Okay. It didn't go very well. Crush it. Start with that. So already tell that that's not gonna help. Let's see. I think we can crush this a little bit. And maybe a bit here. Sure. Now we're feeling too wide. Yeah, narrow that up a little. Okay, not too bad. Not terrible. I actually want to design the light version of this to see what happens. Because it might give me some clues. So, oh boy, where did I get that fun spike from? You know what, I think I got it from the S itself. Bedtime for you too, Catfish. Good luck with all them symbols. Oh, thank you for the cute pumpkin. I love him, he's so cute. And for the advice. Good ones tonight. See you later, Catfish. Okay, I'll go that. We'll go up a little bit here. Short, and then same thing, feeling too wide. And the curve is just broken now. Don't want to break that too much. Oh yeah, and then I might go like that. Okay. And then we need our little fun stabby guy. Which I don't have yet, because I didn't do the symbols yet. Do I have anything? Nope. I think last time I just took, I think I just stole like an H for the width. And then I actually want the angle that's right on this S. How convenient. We will take this and we will also grab the bottom one and match them to that angle. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, and then I will chop this in half. Actually, I will place a copy on my plus sign so that I have that for later, because I know I will need it for that, and then I will chop this in half. Oops. And I will move them together to keep them kind of centered. Poke up and down a little. I don't want to go too much. Maybe like there, I guess. So. Okay. Okay. Go a little higher. Okay. We get a fun, because of all the angles, we are actually getting a fun visual thing where it doesn't, even though it's mathematically lined up from top to bottom, it doesn't look that way. Because of eyeballs. Because of your weird eyeballs. Interesting. Fascinating. Love it. So there we go. That actually looks more lined up. Yeah, not bad. Okay, I'm gonna quickly build out these in the thin because then they will be done and that will be nice. So we are going with 678 for width of these characters. So if we go 678. Wonderful. Oh, it's actually a really easy number to type because it is literally 678, which is they're right next to each other. It's kind of fun to type over and over again. 678, 678. Not bad. Okay. Then, using this as our guide, we are gonna want you to be shorter, but we have to figure out how to center you in here without messing up. Okay, we're gonna use the short side, 184 and 304, 186 and 303. Dang, we're close. I am going to just make it even 300 height. And that's 184 versus 186. Whoa, moving over 1 point. Hey, that was solid. That was a solid guess. This is way too long. It's way too long. Okay, that's better. And then we will do what we did here. Oh, I guess I could use a component for that. This could be all components, actually. Maybe I should. Then okay, we can do that. These definitely need to come in closer. Okay, and then get our ruler out. We are 91 and 94. So let's make it on even 90 height-wise. Oh, lovely. Okay. All right, equal sign. You know what? We could do that again. Why didn't we do this before? Use the minus sign over and over again. A little more space. Beautiful. Okay, let me go do that here. There we go. Working smarter. Okay, lovely. Do we do the easy ones? Mostly. Should we get the tilde down here? Let's see. Where's our language support? Way up at the top. Way up at the top. There we are. Bring that down. Now, where is our center point? Our center point is about there. Bringing that into here, we can see that we need to go up a little bit. There we go. And okay, that makes it equal on the sides. Now we get to fix some curves. So fun. Alright, well. Those definitely need to come out. And those do. And we need to push these out. Yeah. Wait, did I do 2 on one side and 3 on one? 81, 66 height difference, 76 height difference. Yeah, I messed it up. I got too excited and pressed the button too many times. It happens. Alright. Oh, goodness, that's not right. There we go. That's the button I actually wanted. Not terrible. We're getting a little thin in the middle, which I'm not super huge fan of. Maybe if we bring these in a bit, that's better. Get out our speed punk. All of our pretty colors. And make some minor curve adjustments to make sure everybody is happy. There we go. I might make it a little, I feel like it just needs to be a little shorter. A little more condensed, I guess. Okay, not bad. This one we did. This is like speed run. We did one of these. Oh my god. And we rotated it 45. Yep. Then gotta flatten that out. And then we just flipped it like that. Looks a little short this time. Okay, no way that I got that mathematically correct, so let's flip again. Alright. And then I stole my center line, which was silly, because I still need it. Okay. Okay. Alright, good for now. I think it might need to be taller. But we're gonna start with that. Okay, then we need our minus sign. And then we'll go up like that. And then another one flipped. But we need this to have a fun angle, which will make one of these things heavier than the other. That is maybe too much. Preview, not bad. And then this one, we can copy pasta. Oh, but positioning is a little off here. Don't quite have the heights right. I'm gonna steal it from the center and instead put it at the tippy top of that one so that I know where the top is. There we go. Okay. And then we did one of these. A little more. I'm gonna go a 90-degree flip that way and then flip it because the heavy side would be over there. Bring it up here, decompose, and make it smaller. Okay, it's cute. Might be too much space around that one, but it's cute. Okay, now do we get to look at this very satisfying? There is a problem. Oh, I know what the problem is. We're in the wrong order here, people. We are in the wrong order. So we need a thing. Oh boy. What's it called? Nope. Oh no, I can't. Oh, here it is. Shape order. There we go. I got it. See, yeah, these are not the same. One of these things is not like the other. There we go. Now our minus can be happy. Alright. Okay. Alright, okay. Hey, this is not terrible. Although the angled things on the dollar sign do look rather chubby. They look fine on the thin one, but maybe I just need to thin them out a little bit. Well, I mean, we have the symbols. Look at that, it's all filled in. We just have this middle bit to go. Look at it. It's so beautiful. I love filling in the boxes. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Getting all those symbols done. It will require some testing. Maybe print out some sheets and then make some notes. And be back here on Monday to tackle some things that might need adjusting, but ooh, we nailed out a lot of symbols tonight though. That was great. Cool. Well, thank you to everyone who came out. That was fun. It was a fun Wednesday, and I am around here 8:30 Pacific, Mondays and Wednesdays, doing this. So I will see you next week. Bye.